Magic data, sound
Uh,
recording.
Okay,
Magic
so
data,
we'll
sound
start with
recording.
it. Yeah. All right. So
Hey
that's the
Lily,
first
hey
segment.
Lily, hey
Uh,
Lily.
wait.
okay.
So to navigate
Magic
the
data,
segments,
sound
you should
recording.
use the right side. There's a button
Magic
with the
data,
numbers
sound
on them.
recording.
These are the segments. No, you
Hey
can.
Lily, hey
Yeah.
Lily, hey
Here.
Lily. Magic data, sound recording. Magic data, sound recording. Magic data,
And how
sound
can I
recording.
pause?
Magic data,
Tap.
That
sound recording. Magic data.
Use that
okay.
button. Okay. Now let's look at this segment. It's male. That's correct. It has human speech in it, so it's marked one. The transcription inside, however, has two mistakes. One is that there's no space between magic and data, and the D of the data should be in small caps, small letter.
Okay.
Okay. So now we'll mark it as qualified because this is, not a general English language error. It's just, a very specific name of this company. So you can mark it as
All
qualified
right.
and you will jump to the next segment once you
Hey
click.
Lily, hey Lily, hey Lily.
Okay. So over here, I don't know, did he say Lily? I didn't hear Lily. You can click on number two on the segment bar again, and it will replay. You can keep your mouse over there when you are, listening to the audio. So you can just click on it
Hey
and
Lily, hey Lily.
okay.
Oh,
Now, in this kind of situation, you can also slow down the audio speed by clicking on the playback speed drop down and make it 0.75. Yeah, and then play it again.
Hey Lily,
Okay, so he
hey
definitely
Lily.
he didn't say Lily. He said, "Hey, Wei Wei." Which might be the name of the person. So you can make your own judgment. You can also say that this is, unintelligible. So we put the unintelligible tag on it.
this one.
Yeah. So your choice. Hey Weiwei
Uh,
or unintelligible.
well, I could hear Hey Lily.
You could hear Lily, then that's completely fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes over the
Hey
Zoom,
Lily,
yeah,
Okay.
the sound can be a
Let me
little.
check again.
hey Lily,
Hey Lily.
hey Lily.
Now it
Yeah.
does. Yeah, the more I hear it, now it does start to sound like Lily. So, oh, and another judgment part is that if you've already heard the audio like 4 or 5 times, especially short audios like these, and you're still confused that if it's a mistake or not a mistake, then it's not a mistake. You will, just move to the next. You will mark it qualified.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
Mm.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me.
Okay,
Yeah.
and we listened to it a couple of times. The spellings are correct, capitalizations are correct, punctuations are there, qualified.
So, 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 so,
So,
so, so, so, so, so,
Okay,
so,
so do you think he said
so,
so?
so.
it could be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say it's so press tab so it stops. Yeah, but there's one error over here, and that is you can see that in the sound wave he just said so for this little part, the first sound wave, and then there's some small parts and bits and pieces on the right side. Those are, if
Yeah.
you click on it, you will hear that this is not audio. This is like a noise. So yeah, you can make the segment a bit
Oh,
smaller until yeah, you can
yeah.
just drag it.
So, 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 so,
Yeah.
so, 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 so,
Yeah, a little
so,
bit to the
so,
right. No, a little
so.
bit to the right because you can always need to give some empty space on right and left side of the segment on both ends. As long as it does not cut another sound, you can give as much space there is Like you can go, yeah, that's it. And maximum should be 0.2 seconds, but it's not like that it's going to be measured every time. Generally, it should be around 0.2
So,
seconds. Okay. Um,
Okay.
so now this one, the segment was wrong, right? So you need to click on unqualified.
Yeah.
Yes. And write down the reason uh, that
Segmentation.
segment, yeah, segmentation error or segment wrong. Uh, or you can actually over here, the most accurate one would be segment with noise because you need to make the other person understand like which part was wrong. So
Okay.
yeah, so and it should be short as well. Like you don't need to write down the whole story because it's going to take a lot of time at your end. So segment has noise. Segment with noise. Perfect. And you can click anywhere else. You don't need to click enter or anything after that. You can or click directly on number 5 segment.
yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
But
Yeah,
should
me
I
too. Yeah, me too.
should I put another
So,
segment here or
Mm,
not?
You don't need, no, you don't need to make new segments on noise or this kind of places. You can ignore that. If there's
Okay.
already a segment on it, then you need to correctly mark it. That's for sure. But in this case, it's fine. You can go to number 5.
Don't need to put the system tag. No.
No, you don't need to make new segments unless it's human voice over there.
Okay. Okay.
that sounds exciting.
Mm.
That sounds exciting.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah, I think this is correct. That sounds
Yeah.
exciting. Yeah, but there's one error over here, and that is that if you see at the start of the segment, there's very little space.
Okay.
Okay. So you can make that a little bit longer to the
How
site.
can I? There is a way for me to zoom it to see the. Uh,
Yeah, that's
you
called
said
time.
that
That's time.
each.
Yeah, each one is 0.1, but you don't need to be
So,
that accurate that you have to be exactly on the
That sounds exciting.
yeah. It's yeah,
okay.
the general idea would be fine. And you don't need to do it with all of them like that, all of them
That
exactly
sounds exciting.
0.2. You can see if something is very close, then you should change it. Like in the previous segment, you can see on the left side, the first segment on the left side, at the start, there's very little space. It could have been more. No, the other one, the first one over here.
This.
Yeah. Yeah. So this one can become a little bit
Okay.
longer, but even if you miss it out or it wouldn't be considered a mistake. But it's better if it's, longer.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds
Okay.
exciting.
So
That
this
sounds
one
exciting. All right.
Yeah, this one is qualified. It's
this
qualified.
That
one's
sounds
qualified.
exciting.
Yeah.
All right.
If it is
Um,
if it is this buffer situation, I don't need to put unqualified.
If it's cutting it depends on how strict, you need to be. If it's cutting the audio wave, like there was a person sound and it, kind of cut it somewhere. It happens sometimes, the starting parts are cut off. In that case, you need to mark it unqualified. But if it's like just the space was too little and you just made it a little bit more, you don't need to mark it unqualified because it's not that serious.
Okay.
all right. All right.
Yeah, it seems to me all
All
right.
right.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. And this one, again, like it's a little bit, it can be different tags at the same time. It can be ENS. It can be sonant as well. Maybe the person is making that sound. But if
I
it's
would
one of
put
the
like
situations,
system, but
no, system
yeah.
would be in a
Mm.
situation where you hear like a beep or a system generated sound like a notification.
Okay.
Yeah. So in this case, it will not definitely not be a system, but ENS
All
should be,
right.
so you can mark it qualified.
Okay.
Um, um, um,
All right. So this is a modal sound, right? And it's a complete meaning. Logically, it's a complete sentence. So we don't need to merge or anything. So we will mark it as qualified. The segment adjustment you did was completely correct.
Okay.
I've been diving into some mixed media projects lately, experimenting with combining wood, fabric, and resin to create some interesting textures and layers. I've been diving into some mixed media projects lately, experimenting.
Let me see.
I've been diving into some mixed media.
I understand. Like I use Bing. No.
Sorry, say that again. You can
I
slow it down. You can slow it down and
Okay.
say it again. Yeah,
Okay.
that will make it more clear.
Yeah.
I've been diving into some mixed media projects lately, experimenting with
Mm.
combining wood, fabric, and resin to create some interesting textures and layers.
Which part are
Yeah.
you saying it might be wrong?
No, because initially I have heard I use Bing diving, but I think it's I've been diving.
After listening it at 0.75, yeah. So then you can mark, and I don't see any other mistakes over here. You listened to it multiple times as well, and you didn't see any error, so we can mark it qualified. Normally, you will listen to an audio segment twice before making a choice, it's qualified or unqualified. During those two times, if you feel that you need to be a bit more careful or there might be more errors, like stutter, stammering, modal sounds, or the person is speaking really fast, then you can listen to it a few more times to verify the mistake, but don't do it more than like 4 or 5 times.
Okay.
All right.
It's been a bit of a challenge, but I'm loving the process. Uh, it's been a bit of a challenge, but I'm loving the process.
Yeah, kinda, or he said bin. Can you play it again, please?
It's been a bit of a challenge, but I'm loving the
It's
process.
been kind of a bit of challenge.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. But just the punctuation here.
Where? Again, if normally if it's punctuated properly like this, you don't need to push any punctuations in places.
Okay, no.
Unless it's like very clearly you can see like it's a wrong punctuation. Like you don't need to be overly strict with the punctuations in terms of
Okay.
commas in the middle.
Okay. So should I put it back like it was, or
No, if you added it, it's fine as well. I mean, if you didn't made a like if it's not a wrong punctuation.
okay.
So
Okay.
What kind of techniques
basically
are you
the point
trying out, by
what
the
is
way?
why we're why I might sound a little bit confused or like I might be giving a confusing judgment on it is because in the end it's you can look at it like this, like you're a teacher or a professor and you're marking or grading your students. It's proofreading, right? You're proofreading the text. So
Right.
as a teacher, as an instructor, you don't want to like fill the person's whole paper with red marks. You want to be, as lenient as possible, but at the same time, the quality should be good. It should be above 95%. And the second thing is that you don't want to like create like a overly strict like grammar Nazi level punctuations or this buffer space that everything has to be at 0.2 because in the guideline it's written 0.2, so it has to be 0.2. No, you will
Okay.
basically see where it's more severe. If a place can have a comma but without a comma it's fine as well, then there's no need to put a comma over there. But if your Grammarly or language tools is saying that, okay, you should put a comma here, then yeah, that means that grammatically, structurally, it's better. But in the end, it's your judgment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
What kind of techniques are you trying out, by the way?
Um, mhm. It's qualified.
I mean, I think you should listen to every audio at least 2 times. I was waiting for you to play it again.
Oh,
So that just to
okay, I'm
verify.
sorry.
Sure. Even though in first time you can see it's qualified, but just to make sure you don't miss anything.
Okay.
What kind of techniques are you trying out, by the way?
Yeah, correct. I would say it's qualified. But in the end, it's your judgment because you're doing it on your account. So,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Some noise.
I would call it as ENS as well.
It
No.
kind of seems like saying you do.
Sorry?
Yeah, it's
Jacob, could you say that again, please?
No, I cannot hear you clearly. There's something. Your voice is not clear.
Just hold on. What I'm trying to say is that previous segment seemed to like saying you do.
The segment 12.
Yeah.
Can you play segment 12 again? No. This is like very how to say
Okay.
audio quality is
Got
very
it.
low, so we were not going to push out transcription from it. It's fine. We can leave it like that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. You can go back to 13. Okay. So would you judge it as correct, qualified, or unqualified?
unqualified. I would say that it's some noise.
Yes, you're right. So in order to
So
put
it's zero.
back, you will choose 0. And you will delete the transcription which is inside because there cannot be any transcription once you choose 0. And then you choose the right tag.
It should be ENS.
Yeah, I would count it as ENS as well. And
yeah, I mark as qualified or unqualified.
unqualified. This is a pretty big mistake, right? You like it was completely like it's completely wrong. So you can mark it qualified, and we will choose the least amount of words to explain what happened over here, why you chose unqualified. So I would you can choose what you want to write down to explain basically that why it's wrong. One suggestion, like the easiest way would be that you write down what was here before. That would be enough to basically explain. So you can write down, it's not So you can write down
Okay.
not quotation marks and then or or any modal sound. It doesn't matter what modal sound was there. It's not
Alright.
quotation marks and yes. Perfect. Now you can click.
Just like that?
Yeah, and you can click anywhere. You don't need to press enter or any button after this.
Okay. So, okay. Yeah, it sounds like a beep. Oh,
Yeah, I would call it a system sound.
wait, I just lose it. So it's system.
And delete the ENS tag. There can only be one tag.
Okay.
And you can write down over here, not ENS. That would be the most quickest way to explain, like, why it was wrong, that it was ENS over here. And then whoever is checking it can make their judgment as well, that is your judgment correct or not? If not, then they will give their reason why.
Okay.
All right, you can click on 15.
Just a moment. I need to change my headset.
Sure. Yes. Okay. You can continue.
Definitely, I can see that.
Definitely, I can see that.
For me, it's right.
Can you play it one more time for me to do? Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely, I can see that.
Yeah, I would say it's correct after hearing it the third time.
Sounds awesome. Sounds awesome. Sounds awesome.
Yeah, you can now you can start, like, you can make your own decision if it's qualified and if I think it's not, I will ask you to go back to that segment. So you can go at your own speed now.
I mean, the idea itself of using credit cards to create textures is brilliant, honestly. It's like turning everyday objects into tools for artistic expressions. Which kind of shows that you don't really need fancy equipment for art. I mean, the idea itself of using credit cards to create textures is brilliant, honestly. It's like turning everyday objects into tools for artistic expressions. Which kind of shows that you don't really need fancy equipment for art.
I would say play it at a normal speed as well, because sometimes this kind of segments can have some issues.
I mean, the idea itself of using credit cards to create textures is brilliant, honestly. It's like turning everyday objects into tools for artistic expressions, which kind of shows that you don't really need fancy equipment for art.
Okay, I think it's correct.
I've been thinking about incorporating some of these techniques into my projects as well. Like adding texture can really transform the feel of a piece. I've been thinking about incorporating some of these techniques into my projects as well. Like adding texture can really transform the feel of a piece. I've been thinking.
Okay, over here, one mistake, but it's not that serious, but still would consider it a mistake, but no need to mark it unqualified for that. is that you can remove the hyphen and make it a comma, because hyphen is used for stutter or stammer. If this person said supermarket, like he stuttered, like supermarket.
Oh, okay.
So the amount of time he stuttered, if it was twice, then you will write down SU hyphen supermarket.
Okay.
All right.
Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh.
You can press cross. Wait, you can. Yeah, I think this. Yeah, this should be. Do you think it's some other tag or?
No, yeah, I'm having some doubts between system and ENS.
I will give one explanation which I think will clear your doubt. System is only beeps and notification sounds, something which is created by a computer, some sound which is clearly like a system sound. You know, the same way on your Windows computer you have a system sound volume. If you make it more or less, you change how the system notification sounds are. So it's the same over here as well. So if you think it's made by a computer, you mark it system. If you think it's anything other than computer, then you mark it ENS. If you know that this sound is from the person, the recording person's like breathing or coughing or sneezing, then it's sonant. And if you know that this is a person's sound, but this person is not the main speaker in this audio, then it's NPS.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Yep. Okay.
I cannot hear you, Deborah. Your volume became very low.
Oh, now it's better. Oh,
Yeah, now it's perfect.
okay. It's usually because we say yep like with an E, not a U. U.
Yeah, so this is wrong spelling. So yup should be YUP.
Okay. So I mark as unqualified and not you.
No, originally was it YEP or YUP?
YUP.
No, YUP would be correct. Sorry. I think yeah.
Okay.
Well, so YUP would be correct spelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Okay, we can go to the next one.
Okay. So the observation that I wrote, once
No.
I mark.
Yeah, once you clicked on yeah, it's fine. You don't need to like find it and delete it. You can go to the next one. Yeah. Your voice became less.
I'm sorry.
Now it's fine. Okay. I couldn't hear you before.
All right. This headset has a worst microphone.
Yeah. This is correct.
I think so. Okay. Check just once more. Yeah.
I try to start with like a base color that sets the mood for the piece. I try to start with like a base color that sets the mood for the piece.
Yeah. Maybe just here.
I would say it's fine. Like there's enough, yes, can see enough space and nothing is cutting or in
I
there.
try to start with like a base color that sets the mood for the piece. I try to start with like a base color
Okay.
that sets then a layer, then I layer like other colors to build depth and contrast. Then a layer, then I layer like other colors to build depth and contrast, right?
Okay, can you pause? If you want to listen, like over here, everything is clear, but this part, then I layer. This is a little bit confusing, right? You want to maybe listen to it many times. So you find it on the audio wave where it is, this specific part, and you click on where it begins, and you keep clicking it, and it will keep repeating that sound. So you basically catch this part and you click whenever this part is about to finish and you want to listen to it again. And this way you can double verify.
Okay.
So you go,
Then a layer, then I layer, then I layer like other colors.
a little bit back,
Then I layer like other
a
colors.
little bit more back. Yeah.
Then I layer like other colors
So you keep clicking.
to build
Click
depth.
again.
And
So don't
then I layer like.
yeah.
I'm
Keep
sorry.
click here until he says the, then I layer, and then click again so that you listen to the same words again and again to verify that is it actually the, then I layer.
Yeah.
Then I layer like other colors. Then I layer like other colors. Then I layer like then I layer.
It
Yeah.
seems that he would say like this is supermarket, but with them.
Yes, exactly. So it's a basically a stutter. All right. I don't find any other mistake.
Okay. But the segment, it's okay. Yes.
You can increase. I mean, it's fine. Yeah, generally it's fine, unless we're told specifically by the client that okay, you need to add more space to it, or this is not enough. As long as it's not cutting the audio, it's fine.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
I also love using gradients.
You would say you were saying something?
No, that's fine. You can continue.
And transitions to create visual interest. It's very important to kind of use the right amount. I also love using gradients and transitions to create visual interest. It's very important to kind of use the right amount of each. It's very important to kind of use the right amount of each. And lately I've been exploring color theory more, actually. Um, 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 and I've been kind of like exploring it deeply, like looking back into the works of it, how it starts, all the different like aspects of it, trying to understand how different combinations can affect overall mood and perception of a certain, art piece. And I've been kind of like exploring it deeply, like looking back into the works of it, how it starts, all the different like aspects of it, trying to understand how different combinations can affect overall mood and perception of a certain, art piece. And I've been kind of like exploring it deeply, like looking back into the work.
No, wait. Uh, can you go back to the previous 30 segment 30? There's one,
And I've been kind of like exploring.
actually two words missing from it in the transcription. Can you find out which one they are?
Oh,
Oh.
And I've been kind of like exploring it deep.
And I've been kind of like exploring it deeply, like looking back into the works of it, how it starts, all the different like aspects of it, trying to understand how different combinations can affect overall mood and perception of a certain, art piece.
no.
It would
Just
be,
read the last part again, please.
art of this, art.
The
No,
overall mood
click
and
on remove
perception.
all. Ah.
And I've been kind of like exploring it deeply, like looking back into the works of it, how it starts, all the different like aspects of it, trying to understand how different combinations can affect overall mood and perception of a certain, art piece.
Yeah, so
Should be it.
Yeah, now it's correct. So you should mark it unqualified and write down, because this is like missing out words in transcription. Missing words is a pretty serious mistake. So, yeah, missing and in quotation marks, I cannot hear you, Deborah.
No, like
Yeah.
this, or it's good.
It's fine. Missing word, quotation marks, missing quotation marks, word, that both are fine. Because the point is for us to, in the end, understand like what was the main reason it was like marked as wrong. Okay, you can go to 31.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm a serenity. Well, yeah, I'm a serenity. Well, yeah.
Yeah, this one, I don't know if it's the intelligible or another person.
It's a wrong, they put the wrong tag over here. So you need to delete this tag,
Okay.
and you can see that this tag, you need to choose 0 as well. And
Okay.
yeah, that tag is for overlapping. Two people are talking at the same time, but we don't have that situation in these audios. So, and this one is unintelligible.
Okay. Also, it was unqualified. Wrong tag.
Wrong tag, and yeah, that should be enough. And you can write down which tag it was actually. That would also will help.
How can no, no,
No, don't click on those that button. That's basically to merge it. You can click on unqualified again to open the if you want to add something and you can just put down like a plus sign over there or like these two brackets and a plus sign to show which tag it was before.
okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Right. Right.
Right.
Yeah, I think should be.
It gives you the sense of like calmness and serenity in a painting. It gives you the sense of like calmness and serenity in a painting.
I cannot hear you,
This,
Deborah.
okay, these likes should be between comments or no need.
Need both situations are fine. You don't need to add it. Like you don't need to specifically like spend time to add it. It's fine both ways, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. For example, definitely. For example,
Important rule over here as well. Like we always have to use the standard spellings for the modal sounds. Right now, the person has used perfect spellings, like is UH. Even though he said some people they type like UHHHH. We cannot do that. We only use only has two M's. Other than that, all modal sounds have normal spelling. Like is
Okay.
UM. It will never be UMMM.
Okay.
All right.
I've been using warm colors with the rough textures, right? I've been using warm colors with the rough textures, right? Uh, 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 to create like a sense of intensity and energy, to create like a sense of intensity and energy.
Can you play it again?
Maybe 2-2.
Can you play it again?
No.
To create like a sense of intensity and energy.
Yeah, if you think he said two times, then you can write down TO, comma, space TO. But yeah, you can verify it with this slower speed as well.
to create like a sense of intensity and energy.
And you don't need to listen to the whole audio. Like this is one more important part, which I explained in the last time, how to take out the part which you want to confirm. Over here, you know that create like a sense of intensity and energy is correct transcription. You already heard it.
To create like a sense of intensity.
So you don't need to play that part again because when you're doing transcription work, speed is the most important, right? You cannot waste time on something which you've already verified. So to check if he said 2-2 or just 2 once, then you can keep clicking on number 40 and it will keep playing it from the start. And you will keep hearing the starting part. And you as soon as you hear what you need to hear, you again click on 40 and it will go back. Or you can go to the wave and you take that part, you click over there, and the moment you hear the part which you need to hear, you again click at the same spot, so it will come back over there. It will like create a loop. So it will play in a loop that specific part which you're trying to hear. So can you do that right now on this
Okay.
one?
To create like a sense to create like a sense of to create like a to create like a
So over here, I would say he's not saying two, he's saying it
Yeah.
too.
It too.
I mean, that's what I hear. You final, you will choose because your task and your judgment.
Yeah. It was like he was starting the sentence. Yeah. Well, I don't know if I should put it or this sounds of his voice.
You choose what you think is right, and I will tell you if it's wrong or if it's not how according to the guidelines. I'll let you know. You can choose.
Okay.
As for cool colors, I use those with smoother textures because they evoke a more serene and peaceful feeling, like we've said about the greens and the blues being calm and serene. As for cool colors, I use those with smoother textures because they evoke a more serene and peaceful feeling, like we've said about the greens and the blues being calm and serene.
Um, um, mm, 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 mm.
Why did you choose it as unqualified?
Because
To create like a sense of intense.
um,
As for cool colors, I use those.
because because he it was writing here common, but I
Okay.
understand like being calm and serene.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that makes sense. You can write it down like it's calm, not common.
Okay. Okay.
You just need to use like the most simple words to explain because the person who will look at these reasons, they already know the guidelines, they already know the rules. So it's very easy for them to look at the audio, look at the text, look at the reason, and make a judgment what was actually wrong. Yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
Okay.
And it's all about how you balance and contrast the elements, like I've said before, to kind of achieve that effect that you so desire. It's all about how you balance and contrast the elements, like I've said before, to kind of achieve that effect that you so desire. It's
Yeah.
Are you saying something because your voice suddenly just disappears? Like I don't know if you were quiet or saying something.
No, I was quiet.
Okay, okay. So I thought maybe some problem with the headphones.
Oh, no.
uh, 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 uh,
No. Yeah, here,
uh,
maybe
First, you need to delete this segment. Sorry, not segment, the tag. You need to delete this
But
tag.
okay, but it's really unintelligible, not another speaker, right?
Yeah, it's unintelligible, but
Okay.
so we already saw this mistake already happen before, right? So it means
Yes.
that the person who did this task didn't know clearly, and they're wrong about this part of the guideline. And you don't need to write it again, actually,
No.
because if you've already given a reason for a mistake before and it happens again, you don't need to write it again. You just need to write the reason one time. Next time, you just write down unqualified and don't write anything if the same situation happens.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
The last one, I would say it's not ENS.
No.
Can you go back? Yeah, number 45. Because over here can feel that this was somebody saying something. I'm just, you don't need to change it. Normally, we don't like go in too much detail, but sometimes over here you can hear that it's a person talking. This one you can argue that, oh, it's system, it's, something else, it's person. But if it's, you can clearly hear it's a human trying to say something, then you will mark it as NPS or sonant. NPS means it's another person speaking in the middle. And sonant would mean it's the main speaker, but he's not saying some words, he's making some sound or breathing or something like that. Okay.
Yeah. But the 45?
Yeah. So, but for now, we can leave it like this. Can go to number 46.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like a beep.
I cannot hear it. Can you click it again? I cannot hear it still, but if you think it's a beep, then you can change it to system tag. It's in the end, it's your judgment, which is important.
Um, experimenting with different mediums. Experimenting with different mediums. Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've done that. Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've done that. Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, 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 no, yeah,
I don't know if it's
It's too small normally, but you can, I mean, if that's what you heard, but generally you can let go of this kind of like, because yeah is very common word, and like if somebody's just like yeah, yeah, like very slight, the sound I made right now was quite clear. So it would be fine. But if you hear it and you want to change it, it's up to you. In the end, it's your judgment and your strictness level on
okay.
these more, detailed parts.
And can we end in the next one? Because I need to leave right.
Yeah, that should be fine. We've done. We can actually pause it now. The only thing which you need to do, which we actually didn't do this whole time, because normally 50, 40 segments are quite a lot. You should do it every 10 to 15 segments, and that is to save, so we don't lose any progress Even if something bad happens, we only waste like 10, 15 minutes maximum.
Combine.
Oh, thank God.
So it's saved.
Just log it in. Yeah.
Yeah. So next time you log in, when you'll open the task, you will come back to the same part. Your overall quality is fine, Deborah. It was very good. You understood all the main rules. There are only few things you're still like taking a little bit time to think about which decision to make, which is good. But slowly, after some time, you need to make it a little bit faster.
Okay.
Because speed and quality, you need to kind of balance together. It's a very delicate balance. That's why I tried to give you all the different scenarios and situations like, oh, you can do it like this, you can do it like that. If one situation has more than two or more than one option, that basically you choose the one which is faster.
Okay.
Okay. And if it turns out to be something wrong or a mistake, you will get your feedback that, okay, you're making this mistake. Please don't make it.
All right.
And you just don't do it next time. All right. So thank you very much, Deborah, for your time. I think we're done over here. Your next task is basically you just need to finish all the segments in this task and submit it, and then you will get the new task, and then you can do that. You can start working on that new task. If you come across any situation where you don't understand what to do over here, use your best judgment, but at the same time, take a screenshot or write down what happened and post it in the group. By that time, we will have a group where you can, write down your issues and we can take a look at them. But don't stop the whole work because of it. And you can continue and wait for the response. And our daily target is basically between 3 to 4 tasks, one whole audio, like right now what we're doing. Once you finish it, please do remember, once you finish it, quickly go through all your segments one more time. Listen to it one more time in a quick manner, but do go through it just to make sure there are no other mistakes, and then click submit. Your daily target is between 3 to 4 tasks. If you cannot finish it due to time constraint or whatever reason, please let your manager know. But we would want that you're, able to do at least 3 to 4 tasks per day. So we'll finish it at that. Thank you very much, Deborah, for your time and great training meeting. You did a very good job, and hope to see you again in the next training meetings. And if you have any questions or anything, please feel free to ask your manager.
All right. Thank you, Zain,
Welcome.
for your time as well.
All right. Good night.
Good night.